If you're a quiet introvert and you've ever wondered whether you can actually build passive income online without showing your face, becoming an influencer, or constantly being on camera, this video is for you. I'm going to show you 7 different ways you could potentially build income online without putting yourself in front of a camera. The first 6 ideas work, but there's one thing they all have in common that most beginners completely overlook. And number 1 is the one I'd choose if I were starting from scratch today. Here on Farmer to Affiliate, I help everyday people build an online business that creates more freedom, flexibility, and long-term income, even if they're starting from scratch. And if you'd like to see my step-by-step approach, watch the free on-demand affiliate marketing masterclass by clicking the first link in the description below. Now let's start with number 7. Number 7, print on demand. If you're creative, print on demand can be a really interesting place to start. You create designs for things like t-shirts, mugs, notebooks, phone cases, or other products. When someone places an order, the print on demand company handles the printing, packaging, and shipping. So you don't need to buy boxes of inventory and fill your spare room with products. You create the design, someone else handles the fulfillment. And that sounds pretty passive, right? But here's the part people often miss. Creating the product isn't necessarily the difficult part. Getting people to find it is. You could create a fantastic t-shirt design, upload it, and then nothing happens. Because passive income still needs attention, people have to discover what you've created. Keep that in mind because we're going to see that same issue come up again. Let's move to number 6. Number 6, sell AI images or stock content. This one is interesting because AI has made it much easier to create digital visual content. You can create illustrations, backgrounds, patterns, icons, mock-ups, and other types of stock-style graphics. You can then upload them to marketplaces where people can license or purchase them. And because you're creating digital assets, there's no physical product to manufacture or ship. But here's the trap. You might think, if I upload hundreds of images, surely I'll make hundreds of sales. Not necessarily. More content doesn't automatically mean more income. The better approach is to think about who you're creating for. What type of person needs these images? What problem are you helping them solve? What type of visual content are they already searching for? Because when you go narrower, it's often easier to become useful. And usefulness is what creates value. But there's another digital product that's even easier for many beginners to understand. Number 5. Number 5, templates and printables. People will pay for things that save them time. Think about it. A business owner might need a Canva template. A job seeker might need a resume template. A content creator might want a content planner. A teacher might need worksheets. A small business might need a spreadsheet. You're not necessarily selling information. You're selling a shortcut. You're taking something that could take somebody an hour to create and giving them a starting point they can use immediately. And once you've created that template, you can potentially sell it over and over again. AI can also help you brainstorm ideas, organize information, improve layouts, and speed up the creation process. But again, there's a problem. You can create the most beautiful template in the world, and if nobody sees it, nobody buys it, which brings us to number 4. Number 4, low-ticket digital products. This is one of my favorite concepts for beginners because you don't necessarily need to create something huge. You could create a checklist, a simple guide, a workbook, a prompt pack, a mini ebook, a cheat sheet. The key is solving one specific problem. And here's where I want you to think differently about passive income. Passive income doesn't mean you do absolutely nothing. Usually there's work up front. You create the product, you improve it, you set up the delivery system, and then the goal is to build something that can continue working without you having to recreate the same product every single time someone buys it. But there's a mistake I see beginners make. They create the product first, then they start wondering where the customers are. A better question is, what problem are people already trying to solve? Find the problem first, then build the solution. And that leads us to number 3. Number 3, voice-only courses. If you're an introvert, you might actually love this one because you don't have to appear on camera to teach. You could create a course using screen recordings and voiceovers. You could teach software. You could walk someone through a process. You could explain how to use a particular tool. You could create tutorials, or you could teach a skill you've developed over time. People aren't paying for your face. They're paying for the transformation. They're paying because they want to go from where they are now to somewhere better. And if you can help them get there, you have something valuable. But there's still one big question. How do people find your course? Because we've now covered print on demand, AI images, templates, digital products, courses, and every single one needs something: attention, traffic, people. And that's where number 2 becomes really interesting. Number 2, an AI-powered niche blogging might sound old-fashioned, but the basic idea is still incredibly powerful. You choose a specific topic. You create genuinely helpful content around questions people are searching for. And over time, that content can attract visitors from search engines. AI can make parts of the research and content creation process much faster. But I want to be clear. AI shouldn't be an excuse to pump out hundreds of generic articles nobody wants to read. The goal is still to be useful, answer real questions, solve real problems, and build content around a specific audience. Then those visitors could potentially become email subscribers, customers, or buyers of products you recommend. Now, notice what we've just discovered. Print on demand needs traffic, stock content needs buyers, templates need customers, digital products need customers, courses need students, and blogs need visitors. So the question isn't simply, what can I create? The bigger question is, how am I going to get the right people to discover it? And that brings us to number 1. Number 1, affiliate marketing using AI and YouTube. If I was starting from scratch today, this is the model I'd seriously consider. Not because it's effortless, it's not, and not because I think everyone needs to become a YouTube celebrity. Quite the opposite. I like this model because YouTube can solve the traffic problem. Think about what happens when someone has a problem. They search for an answer. And increasingly, people are using YouTube to find those answers. So instead of creating a product and then desperately trying to find customers, you can start with the questions people are already asking, create a helpful video, answer the question, build trust, and then, where appropriate, recommend a product or service that genuinely helps them. If someone purchases through your affiliate link, you can earn a commission. And here's where it gets even more interesting for introverts. You don't necessarily need to show your face. You can create screen recordings, tutorials, presentation-style videos, voiceovers, and other faceless formats. AI can also help with things like brainstorming video ideas, researching topics, organizing your content, and speeding up parts of your workflow. So you're not necessarily trying to become an influencer, you're becoming a helpful resource. And that's a very different mindset. You're not saying, look at me, you're saying, here's the answer you're looking for. And that's exactly why I think quiet introverts can have an advantage here, because people aren't necessarily looking for someone with the biggest personality. They're looking for someone who can solve their problem. And here's the other reason I like YouTube. A social media post can disappear from someone's feed very quickly, but a useful YouTube video can continue being discovered long after you've published it. Someone could find your video 3 months from now, 6 months from now, even years from now. That person could become a subscriber. They could join your email list. They could discover something you recommend. And potentially that one piece of content can continue bringing people into your business while you're working on your next video. That's when content starts becoming an asset. And remember the question I asked at the beginning, what do all these passive income ideas have in common? They all need people. They need attention. They need traffic. And that's why I believe the ability to consistently attract the right people can be more valuable than simply having another product to sell. So there you have it, 7 passive income ideas for quiet introverts who don't want to show their face or be on camera. Print on demand, AI images and stock content, templates and printables, low-ticket digital products, voice-only courses, an AI-powered niche blog, and finally, affiliate marketing using AI and YouTube. But please don't try to build all 7. That's one of the easiest ways to overwhelm yourself. Choose one, learn it, give it time, and focus on getting better. Because passive income isn't about finding some magic button where money appears while you do nothing. It's about doing the right work up front and building systems, content, or assets that can continue working for you. And if you'd like to understand how I approach building an online business around leads, content, and affiliate marketing, watch the free on-demand affiliate marketing masterclass by clicking the first link in the description below. Now that you've discovered 7 passive income ideas for quiet introverts, The next thing you'll want to learn is exactly how you can build an income stream without showing your face or becoming an influencer. So click on Here's How to Get Filthy Rich as a Faceless Affiliate Marketer in 2026, showing on your screen now, and I'll show you how this faceless affiliate marketing model can work.